Welcome back. We have now a whole bunch of new quests that we can do, and like it doesn't really matter which one like we pick first. I wanna do Heavy Suspicion, that is to see if Zardom had something to do with the attack on our raider, so let's mark that one. And let's teleport to Zardom's place.
We shouldn't stay here too long.
Now where is Zardom? Wherever he is, this gives me a good chance to look through his things. Contact details for Ray. Research indicates he is capable of making the shot needed to hit the thruster on an Alb raider. Zardom used Ray to shoot down my raider. Ray. I am interested to hear what excuse he gives me this time.
So we found Zardom's letter and found out that Ray was responsible. So let's actually open that letter because there should be like some more information in it. Yeah, like this part. You'll see what this is about in just a few minutes. Let's first speak to Ray, but I wanted you to see this note.
Ray, there is something you should have told me. Now is the time.
Okay, that tone is telling me something is wrong. Are you going to give me a clue?
Zardom.
Zardom? Zardom?
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, yeah. The shit with your raider, yeah? I'm sorry. I was the guy that shot you out of the sky. I should have told you earlier, but you were so pissed about your armor, I thought, well, you'll probably kill me if I did.
Why did you do it?
I had no choice. Please listen to me.
I'm listening.
It wasn't personal. Not from me. I took a job. A strange one. I didn't know who was hiring me. I was told to aim at the port on your raider. They gave me that information. I mean, at that point, you were just another Alb. Now I know you, and I know you're more than that. And I didn't even get paid. He threatened me. He has my brother, Tom. He said he would kill him if I didn't help. He still has him.
He took your brother?
Yeah. I didn't know you. You were my enemy. And Zardom, he was gonna kill my brother. You have to understand that.
I do.
I couldn't tell you because of that. He is still threatening him.
Now I understand the note I read about changing a person into a jackal.
What? What are you talking about?
I think Zardom turned your brother into a jackal. He's among us, hiding in plain sight.
But, are you sure? You could be wrong. He could be lying.
We'll know for certain if we can find him.
But, how can we find Tom?
I think I know where your brother is.
What? Where? Tell me.
There's a friendly jackal at Origin. I think that jackal is your brother.
What? We should go there now. We have to help him.
Yes, and I think I know how. In your contract with Zardom, I found the magical trigger that Zardom planted in your brother to turn him back.
Okay, but hurry up before someone accidentally shoots Tom. We're doing great.
Alright, let's go back to Origin. There's the jackal. Let's try the Orion on him.
Come here, boy. We're going to get you out of here. Orion.
What? Ray? Is that you? Slow down. You're still a little dazed after what you went through.
What happened? The last thing I knew was that Alexeter.
Zardom. He transformed you into a jackal. But you're back now. You don't have an urge to scratch your ear with your foot, do you?
I can't remember what happened.
It's all right. The important thing is you are back again. Just sit down. You'll be fine, all right?
Okay, so let's speak to Ray again.
You, of all people, got him back. After everything. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything.
When did you realize that Jackal was my brother?
Obviously, I found out just in time.
Yeah, and I can't thank you enough for that. Oh, what have I done? Why did I deal with Zardom? All of this. You have to understand, I didn't know you, and now my brother?
You'd better be talking about Zardom.
Of course. You tried to help me, and I will pay off my debt to you, to the last shard, to the last drop of blood, I promise you. We still have a lot to do, so get your head straight and let's get on with it.
Where is Zardom now?
I don't know. I really don't. My guess is that he's gone back to the Ice Palace. I mean, why else would he try and kill you? It has to do with Zakor, right?
You have a point. Follow me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we solved the quest chain for Ray. I think
You know, it's
he
places
won't
like
have
this that
any
almost
more
make you
quests
forget
for
what
us.
a shitbag of a planet we live on.
And now let's pick another one. And we can do a family meeting, so that is at the converter where Alp separatists are. We need to speak to Wardek.
Father.
Jax, so it's true. You are alive. I hadn't dared to hope.
So, you left Zakor? Have you stopped taking ELEX too?
I am trying, but it's difficult. You must have experienced the problems of ELEX withdrawal yourself.
I was unconscious during the worst of it. My body was already drained of ELEX when I awoke.
There is more to the changes than just the physical. It is how your mind copes with the rejection of all that you have known, all that you have been in life. Tell me, what do you make of the world you have discovered since leaving Zakor?
That the free people are capable of resisting the Alps. We are told we are superior, but the Alps have failed to crush them, or their spirit.
That will change soon. The first Alexeter, Cleric, is assembling his troops before the gates of the Ice Palace. He will make his move and he will succeed in conquering the lands of the free people. We have to stop him, or our people will perish.
What are you doing here with the Separatists?
I had no other choice. I tried to stop Cleric and Zakor, but he realized my plans. He would have killed me if I had stayed. I hope that I can still make a difference from here. I can help to bring a halt to Tarek's plans. His blind obedience of the hybrid endangers all our people.
What is it he's doing that threatens the Alps? Why is Cleric such a danger?
Cleric is a puppet. He has given his will to the hybrid. The hybrid and his new directive dominate our people. And soon, Cleric will dedicate all our people, the whole of the fighting strength of Zakor, to an invasion of the lands of the free people. All this death for one purpose. Greater power to the hybrid. I say we need to find another way. One that does not lead to our ruin.
You served the directive to obtain all ELEX for the hybrid. What changed your mind?
What happened to our search for knowledge? What happened about our evolution? What about researching the nature of ELEX? All those were key to the Alp people, and all have been dominated by the hybrid's demand for ELEX. A lot has changed at the Ice Palace since the coming of the hybrid, and the pace of that change is only accelerating. The hybrid tells us nothing of this future he sees. He is obsessed with his own evolution, and that is only attainable through the consumption of ever greater quantities of ELEX. No alb, no free person will be allowed to stand in his way. I still believe in serving the albs of Zakor, but to achieve that, I now know that the hybrid must be removed from the Ice Palace.
If the hybrid's evolution is not yet complete, shouldn't we ensure he reaches his final form?
With all the sacrifices we've made, with all the blood he once spilled, has he told us what he will achieve if he attains that? How do we know what he will become? No, my loyalty ended on the day of your execution. I will not sacrifice my son for the ideals of that machine.
Then we should ask the hybrid what he will become. We should know what we are choosing between.
Do you think the hybrid will talk to us? To him, we have no more free will than the mutants he commands. You know the price that an owl pays to reach the highest ranks in Zakor.
You summoned me, Master?
Calax, you have proven yourself loyal to the directive. You are efficient. You obey your orders. Those are the marks of a true alb. I have watched you and your brother, and the honor you have brought to your father. You will all have a part to play in the events that are to come. Are you ready to play that part, Calax? Will you join those chosen to evolve?
The hybrid's will is above all. I will serve the hybrid.
And so it shall be. Open your mind to me, Calax. Know my thoughts and serve the directive.
You and your brother were the strongest warriors at the Ice Palace's command. Strong, intelligent, iron-willed. No one could equal you. And now look at you. Today, you are an outcast.
I suspect that my failure in execution was planned by someone at the Ice Palace.
I share those suspicions, but I have yet to find any proof.
My raider being shot down, the Albs being nearby to carry out my execution. The chances of those things happening without being planned.
But the questions are why and who. The only cause I can think of is your free will. All other Albs took the hybrid's favor as an honor. You questioned it. But who ordered your death? Who coordinated it? That, I don't know.
What about Zardom? I know he was behind the attack on my raider.
Now that he has left the Ice Palace, he would have no reason to do that. Zardom was always set on becoming First Alexitor. If he thought you were an impediment to that, he would have no hesitation in having you killed. But now he's here, out of Zakor, who knows what his plans are?
I know Zardom wanted my raider shot down. Zardom knew I was flying to Adan, and he knew the purpose of my mission.
Well, if that is true, I don't know how he knew that information. No. Zardom was already in exile when you received your orders from the hybrid.
Then someone at the Ice Palace must have got that information to him.
If Zardom is behind this, then he had help. But why would another Alb communicate with an exile?
What about my brother, Calax?
I don't believe that. I am sure if your brother is involved, it is only as an instrument. He must be being used by other people. He would only have carried out the execution if he had orders to do so.
What about the hybrid?
The hybrid needed you and your skills to achieve his aims. While your free will may have made you stand out, Your will is nothing to the hybrids. You were under his control and offered no threat. Besides, if he wanted you dead, he could have had you shot without the need for this intricate plan.
What about the first Elexitor, Cleric?
He has the power and the intellect to plan something like this. But he is no longer himself. These days he is merely a vassal to the hybrid. I don't think he possesses the ability to think as freely as this. I don't think he would do this without orders from the hybrid.
So who do you think is behind this?
I don't know. Even if there is someone behind this, I think you will learn his name on the day you stride up the great ramp to the Ice Palace.
Where is Calyx now?
Your brother knows you are still alive. He is looking for you. He wants to finish what he started and prove his loyalty. After all, technically, he failed in his mission to execute you. He will want to remedy that. That is why he is traveling alone. He is currently in the mountains of Abessa on the border of Zakor, awaiting information on your whereabouts. Have no doubt, he will strike as soon as he knows where you are.
Not if I get to him first.
I would rather you both join together. The death of either of you weakens us all.
It is far too late for us to be reconciled.
There must be a way to free him from the hybrid. He's a slave like Cleric. If you could free him from the hybrid's will, then you could both be reconciled.
And if he comes for me in the meantime, I will fight him rather than die myself.
If that is your fate. But you think clearly and independently now, Jax. You can decide your own destiny. Listen to your inner voice, my son. Know your strength.
Okay, so we know where Calyx is now, and let me see. Yeah, let's first jump quickly to camping center. Kinda wanna get a different follower, just for like fun of it. Because I mostly went with Kaya in my other playthroughs, because she does do kinda the best damage. Let's get Eric's with us. I should also try Crony a bit, but I really do not like his damage, so yeah. But all the NPCs kinda, like in some conversations, have something different to say if you go with a different follower, so it's definitely interesting to at least try them out for that purpose. Now let me see, I think I'm... Yeah, let's mark this. Oh wow, there's a troll there. Yeah, I kinda want to deal with that. Just going to run through here.
Watch out.
Yeah, we could like try to climb the mountains, but there's a road. So let's use it.
I doubted what I was told, that you were failing the hybrid. Yet now even the fact that you still breathe stands against the directive. Why did you come here, Jax? What did you expect to find?
My brother.
You appeal to me with emotion? The bond of blood with you, with Father, once gave me honor. Now all I have is shame. Your execution should have saved me from that.
And yet, here I stand. You failed the directive, Cleric. Perhaps we aren't perfect after all. Wardick hid the truth. We were born free people. ELEX, the hybrid, our father. They decided what we would become.
Powerful, superior. They opened the door to our evolution. Our past is irrelevant.
So we've been told. But what other lies have we yet to uncover? You take the promises of the future and serve without question. But even now as an Elexiter, what does the hybrid tell you, Cleric? What do you know of the truth?
From the ashes came the clerics, believers in Kalan. From Kalan came the Albs, believers in the future. From ELEX came the hybrid, seer of all things. Together we serve no god, we bow to no person. Together we shall evolve.
Evolve into what? The Albs existed before the hybrid. Now we serve him. Now we bow to him. He has taken the place of Kalan.
Do you think you can anger me? I don't need anger, brother. The directive tells me you must die. What is dead should stay dead.
Hey, that's an ambush, guys. Oh man, one of them has a flamethrower, which sucks. Yet again.
So, Cleric set a trap for me, and Wardick walked me into it. He has some explaining to do.
Alright, so there are a whole bunch of Alp fighting machines along the way to... on our way back. We could teleport. What is with these Alps and those flamethrowers? I mean... every other Alp has it, you know. Yeah, it's kind of worth to get these guys because they drop plasma cells and energy cells, so kind of cool. Let's restore our energy so we can buff ourselves later on. I can do that right away, actually. So I will want this to have on. Yeah, Eric's kinda goes down pretty fast. Kai is definitely the best in terms of damage, I think. Her fireball does a lot of damage and her sword has poison on it, which works. Nasty has radiation variant weapon that does no like extra damage, I think. There are like some followers that are pretty bad. Crony, for instance, doesn't do that much damage. But it's cool that he gives you natural ELEX. I do not think you have to like go with him, like, yeah. He does it when you get to the origin, so yep. Let's speak to Wardek.
Calyx lured me into a trap. You told me Calyx was traveling alone, but I was ambushed by several units of Alb soldiers.
I told you what I knew of him. Calyx must have changed his plans.
Where did you get that information in the first place?
From Calyx.
Then either you lied, or Calyx used you to set a trap for me.
The hybrid has made him blind to all other things. You must help set your brother free from the hybrid's control.
I can't promise you that.
This nonsense has to end. He was your brother in arms. He is your brother by blood.
Calyx told me I was to become an Elexiter, one of the chosen. What does that mean?
That you were directly under the hybrid's control, working together as a group to do the hybrid's will.
But I don't remember even having access to the hybrid. As a full Elexiter, Calyx was the one who had access. He was the one who always spoke directly to him. There must be more to this. It just doesn't add up.
Then you need to speak to Calyx yourself.
I would have done, but the combat mechs you failed to warn me about had other ideas.
There must be another way to reach him.
And how do I do that without walking into another trap?
You will have to find a place where the combat mechs won't go. Then, you'll need to lure him there.
Any suggestions for where I can lure him?
No. That's a question you'll have to answer yourself.
Lure Calyx? Are you serious?
It's better than you fighting his combat mechs.
Then give me a suggestion, Father. If you want to help him, then help me.
Something important happened in the past that I have yet to tell you. Calyx has known for some time, and I think he fears the truth.
What is it he fears?
Losing his rank as Elexitor.
Tell me this secret.
There is a small fishing village on an island to the south of Idan. It is now long abandoned. You should go there. That is where you will find the answers you are seeking.
You must be able to tell me more than that.
I could tell you, but you may not believe me. You have to see it yourself to understand. I will speak to you when you return. Listen to your inner...
Okay, so we have to go to the Berserker Island. We were there before. Oh yeah, there's a chicken there.
So, this is the place Wardek wanted me to see. This place, there's something familiar about it. I have been here before. This path, this beach. It was a long time ago, but I was here. I was still a child, a young child. I lived here with my parents. This was my home. It was raining. They came out of the darkness with their weapons of light and fire. People ran in panic. They ran. They were cut down. The town on fire. Screaming. Another boy hiding near me. Just as afraid as I was. Everyone else was gone. All that remained were the lifeless bodies in the surf. It was just me and the other boy. Then one of the attackers found us and took us with them. He named me Jax, and the other boy, Calyx. So, that is what Wardek kept secret all these years. Calyx and I weren't born in Zakor. We came from Idan. We were born berserkers. Why would Wardek hide that from us?
So we found out that we were... well... That Wardek is not
I
our
don't
father.
think we'll encounter much opposition here.
So let's speak to Wardek again. Actually, not there.
I have been to the fishing village in Edan.
Then do you understand?
That Calix and I were born berserkers and not Albs? Do I understand that you killed our parents and carried us off to the Ice Palace as your children? What I don't understand is why.
I wanted heirs. I had achieved much. But I wanted to found a dynasty of the most powerful Albs to follow in my footsteps. But I couldn't have children. So I did what Albs do. I took what I wanted, and I was successful. Look at what you and Calix achieved. You rose to the very top in Zakor. My legacy was almost complete. You were poised to rule.
We were. Then someone set me up. Now, your bastard children are trying to kill each other.
Yes, all the plans I had shattered.
Okay, so we are at one of those where we are going to use our cold values, so let's go with that last one.
And how can your plans succeed now? There must be a way for us to achieve the greatness you want.
Yes, the time is pressing. You must act fast. This truth is what you can use to lure Calix. He wants to hold on to power and fears that if the truth of his birth became known, then he would lose that power. Threaten to reveal the truth, and Calix will come to you. There is one place Calix will not dare to take anyone from Zakor. You will know it when you see it. Listen to your...
Okay, so let's see. We still cannot meet with Calix. We need to speak to Thorold. He will give us a clue where we need to meet with Calix.
The people from the old world obviously didn't value efficiency. Just look at this wreck.
You were right. Zardom was behind the attack on my raider.
You were betrayed by your own. What will you do now you know Zardom was responsible for the attack?
Nothing, until I can find him. He's disappeared.
Sadly, I doubt that means he's dead. His disappearance must be part of his plan, whatever that may be. Good. What else can you report?
Calix trapped me.
And you survived?
You had an audience with the hybrid?
He summoned me, I obeyed. He opened his mind to me and I saw the universe. Skies stretching to infinity. I always knew his mind stretched across Magalan. But what I saw, the hybrid truly sees all.
And so the hybrid serves the Alps, and the Alps will see his directive is carried out. All ELEX to the hybrid.
There was something else though, Jax. A sense of the past. But I couldn't see it.
The hybrid shows us only what we need to see.
What did you see when you had your audience with the hybrid?
I don't know. I don't remember anything from then. I know I saw him, that we spoke. That since then, I have known his will, understood his purpose clearer than I did before.
I heard Cleric and Parsec discussing the time before the hybrid. The moment they found him, I think that is what I was sensing.
The hybrid has given us purpose. Before him, we sought evolution. Only with him can we find it.
Cleric said the hybrid saw the fall, that Magellan ignored his warning about the comet.
Such stories are irrelevant.
The past is irrelevant. Only the future counts. All ELEX to the hybrid.
All ELEX to the hybrid. Yes, but it seems Cleric still thinks I must be killed.
Then you have even more motivation to reach the Ice Palace. You've made progress. But the Albs must lose all their influence on the lands of the free people. And you must be ready to deliver on your promise to reach the hybrid. Then you will have earned my trust. Return to me when you have more to report. The lands of the free...
Okay, so let's see what we are going to do next. We need to do more stuff. Let's see. It's kind of weird. I thought he would like tell us where we need to go. What else does it? I think we need to do the reactor. I mean, effective reactor and get a new reactor coil. It's probably it. Yeah, that's the only thing that we can do basically. So let's do that one. I was trying to like get this quest as a last quest because there is a reason why, but looks like that's not possible. So let's go to this complex and find that reactor coil.
This was once a great structure. It makes you wonder about the past, what this world could have been.
Okay, so we have 2 quest markers. We need to go. Okay, we are going to get attacked. That's obvious. So let's buff ourselves and do this. Alright, so this complex has a whole bunch of stuff. And we are going to loot everything, but not right away, because we'll get a chance to like go back later on here. And it's going to make more sense if I do it then. We're actually are going to go back here a few times. At least 2 more times, so... I'm going to get reactor coil so we do not like take a break from a storyline there. But once we do that, yeah, we'll need to go back here again. So we need to find an elevator shaft, which is... This building is so confusing, like it's like a maze. When you need to find
I think we could run into trouble here.
The things you wanna find. So there should be an elevator shaft here, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. So let's drop in there. Kind of brute forced a bit there. Are we still being attacked by something? Like there's something getting closer to us. Yeah, that thing. Anything more? I don't think so. Okay, so there is a switch. Let's hit it. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to leave everything, all the loot here. There are a whole bunch of notes that are really important for our story, but I think it's going to fit better if we do it later on. I mean the storyline. So let's do the collect stuff, then we'll do this. So we need to find that reactor coil and get out of here. So we are going to pick this up, just this.
This could be useful.
And get out of here. And then we'll go back later on and pick up everything. So we needed that reactor coil and speak to Thorold again. We actually need to speak to Harley also, because that reactor coil is for our raider and Harley needs to install it. But I think we should speak to Thorold first, because he told us where that reactor coil is in the first place.
The lands of the free people.
Nope. I guess we need to repair our raider first, and that's kinda... Thorold wanted us to do something more to be prepared for the battle, and I think actually doing repairing our raider is kinda important, so let's do this.
Ignadon. We must go to Ignadon.
You've sensed more ELEX?
Yeah, we should go there. Now, as soon as possible.
Go where in Ignadon?
I'll find it when I'm close.
Okay.
You...
We'll do that as soon as we kind of finish this first, so we do not interrupt the quests here. Let's speak to Harley.
Well, what do you think? It was a real struggle to get it here. But here she is.
So, how long to repair it?
Well, this thing has just had it. I'll need a lot of time to get her working again.
Is the raider prepared to take off?
Yes, Commander. It was a last-minute order, but we have it done.
Good. I will need to leave immediately.
We had a problem with one of the thruster ports. It seems to have jammed.
Will that affect the mission?
It won't affect the handling, and someone would have to be a very good shot to hit it. Are you sure there's no time for a repair?
My orders are to leave immediately. Complete final preparations for takeoff.
Yes, Commander.
And even then, the reactor is going to be a problem. That reactor coil won't last for long, I'm afraid. But let me get it working first. I'll tell you later if I need any more parts, okay? Hey, so I've heard you've gone and set up camp here.
Yes, it looks like you're stuck with me.
Ha! Then welcome to the madness. Big dreams, constant mutant attacks, and no shards. Exactly the right thing for schmucks like us, huh? So, I've heard you've taken over.
Correct.
Well, as long as you don't go turning into a complete asshat now you're in charge, then that'll be all right with me. Oh, and how do you want to be addressed now? Sir? Mr. Shithot Dictator, sir? Oh, Imperial Deity of the Everlasting Whoop-de-Hay, sir?
Just get the job done. You can call me whatever you want.
I'll get on with it right away then, sir, Mr. Shithot Dictator Whoop-de-Hay.
You said the reactor coil needs replacing?
Yeah, that thing won't last more than 2 kilometers.
Then what do we do now? I need that Raider operational.
Yeah, but where are we supposed to get an X-48 reactor coil?
I found a replacement reactor coil for the Raider.
Hey, yeah, that'll do it. That is a miracle right there. Right, I'll get to work and install it now.
Some of them have taken to wearing the clothing of the free people. Why did they turn against the directive?
Their unit was cut off from their ELEX rations. They developed emotions.
They grew weak. Once their ELEX rations were restored, they should have seen the truth of that. Instead, they killed their own kind and ran. I want to know if they had help in escaping.
Whatever the cause, this isn't isolated. Several groups of separatists have broken from our ranks recently.
Separatists? You mean traitors? Do you think someone could be deliberately tampering with the ELEX rations? We should send word to all units. Any signs of emotion must be reported immediately. We will remain vigilant to the enemy within, as well as without.
So speaks a true Alb. I am proud of you both. Your strength, your commitment to the cause, they are known throughout Zakor.
We will bring you only honor, Father. The directive stands above all.
Duty and honor stand above all. Without them, we are nothing.
There is one thing that's worrying me about the Raider.
What is it?
Well, no, I'll tell you when I'm sure. I need some more time to check it over, all right? There's so much to fix.
Okay, so we fixed up, kinda not completely, but we fixed up our Raider, so I think, like, we need to speak to Thorold now. Yep.
My Raider is almost ready. The mechanic is preparing to bring the reactor online.
Good. It could prove useful.
Then are you going to tell me your plans?
Get the Raider finished. We need everything complete before I will share my plans with you. It seems you can deliver on your word. I would not have thought it possible for anyone to shut down all of the converters. Your deeds will be remembered by all the free people. We have a real chance to win the war now. Now we take the war to the hybrid. Now the hybrid must die, so everyone can be free.
You want to kill the hybrid?
Kill or convert. My studies indicate that mana will poison him. Kill him if we must. But there's also a chance we can change him with it.
You're getting ahead of yourself. First, you've got to tell me your plans.
Very well. But there's much to discuss. Ask your question, and I will see if I can answer.
And so, full circle. Sent to Thorold from the Ice Palace to learn the truth, to kill the truth. And now I return. The hybrid stronghold that I defended for so long, unquestioning, serving the hybrid and my addiction to ELEX. But what is it that Zakor is really defending? Thorold wants to strike at the hybrid by destroying the ELEX that feeds it. But what is the hybrid using the ELEX for? Has his vision failed, leaving me to act outside the directive? Or am I merely part of his greater plan? Who planned the failure of my mission? Did they want me to die? Or did they want Thorold to live? And so, full circle. Sent to hybrid, I go back to the Ice Palace to learn the truth, to kill the truth.
Okay, so we triggered the next chapter now. So we have to speak to Thorald again?
So, what are your plans for getting into the Ice Palace?
The Albs will move the bulk of their forces to the borders of Zakor. We need to take out those positions. That will open the way for a direct assault. What I need to know first is whether the Separatists will help us with this attack, or if they attack us as we move against Zakor. Are you ready?
Your plan is a frontal attack.
We've scouted the Ice Palace, and now is the time to strike. The Albs have moved their forces. They trust too much in those energy barriers of theirs. All we need to do is take out the barrier generators, and we will open our way in. Your raider is perfect for that task. That's why we need it.
What will make you trust the Separatists?
The same as it took to trust you. I want to see them start shooting at Albs. Actions speak more than words. Actions earn trust.
One raider won't stop an army.
The Albs' biggest weak point is ELEX. With the converters gone, we've cut off their new supplies. Now, we need to take out what they have stockpiled.
How are we going to destroy the barrier generators?
We crippled a similar generator when we attacked the converter here in Idan. All we had to do was target the ventilation port. It took one shot from our ballista to cripple the generator, and that brought the shield down. Your radar cannon has a lot more power than a ballista. So, if you hit the generator's ventilation port at full power, it will blow and the Ice Palace will lose its defense.
And what if your plan to transmute all their ELEX stocks doesn't work?
If they still have their ELEX, we can't fight the Alb army. We will have to target their commanders instead. If we kill the Alb commanders in charge of the defenses around the Ice Palace, the resistance should crumble. With them dead, the soldiers won't stop us getting into the Ice Palace.
So, what are you planning to do when you get to the hybrid?
Heal him. If we can bring him into contact with a seedling, it will transmute the ELEX within him, changing his nature. We can heal him as we heal the planet.
To reach the hybrid, we will need the code to his chamber.
Don't you think I know that? But none of my prisoners have known the code or would give it up. All I have discovered is that it has something to do with the hybrid's past.
But what? The Elexitors are the only ones with access to the hybrid. Anyone below that rank can't enter the chamber unless the hybrid calls them personally.
Then you need to find an Elexitor and get the code out of him.
You said we could change the hybrid instead of killing him?
We can try and change him with mana. If it doesn't work, the mana will poison him. Is that a problem?
You think killing should be an easy decision?
That thing hasn't hesitated to order the deaths of hundreds, thousands. There is a chance we can convert it, change it with mana. But change him or kill him, he must be stopped.
Okay, we'll go with the last one. If you want to see the other ones, check the other walkthroughs is with outlaws and with the berserkers. So let's go with the last one.
The constant wars between the free people show me that the hybrid offers the best chance for the people of Magellan. We must bow to his wisdom. He must remain in control.
After everything we fought for, don't you see the hybrid only wants to enslave us? He has no interest in what we want.
I understand the consequences and the cost to the free people. But the hybrid has his reasons, and it is our duty to obey him.
So, you remain a fanatic to the end? I hope your choice hasn't damned us all.
The Elexitors say that the hybrid has a greater plan for all of us. That he knows the nature of ELEX and why it came to our world. That he has the power to see the future. Before we act, we should find out what the hybrid knows. If we don't gain the knowledge, we could pay the price for it.
Well, if he has a plan that is supposed to benefit us, I haven't seen a sign of it. That thing only wants power. Listen to him if you must, but take this seedling into the chamber with you. You must attach it to the hybrid. That is how we will tame him or kill him.
The last time I tried to confront Calyx, he didn't come alone. There were Albs patrolling the area where we were to meet. I need to get him alone.
Then you must choose a place yourself. Zardum's old hiding place, for instance. Maybe there you will get a chance to meet Calyx alone.
It's good that I know where and how I can challenge Calyx. I will send Calyx a message through my adjutor. I expect he will go there straight away.
Then you should act now, before he decides to attack you.
How far advanced is your plan to transmute the ELEX?
The planning is complete. If it works in practice, then all the ELEX on Magalan should be transmuted. But I can't control that amount of magical energy on my own. I will need a strong mage to help me. Someone who truly understands the nature of ELEX and mana.
Then ask Kaya.
Kaya has the ability. But as for the temperament, this isn't the time for impulsiveness. The magic we'd be channeling if she didn't follow orders.
What other choice do you have?
Well, bold times take bold decision. I'll have to trust her. But she won't listen to a request from me. You must ask her to do it.
You still have your skill.
The lands of the...
You still have your skill, Jax.
Okay, so we have a whole bunch of new quests, and I will want to do the one with the Calyx. So in the next video we'll go to Zardam's hideout and meet with Calyx, and then we'll do the other quest. So we'll do this one in the next video, so we need to teleport here. Hey guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.